See how long this thing lasts. All right, guys. Technology problems out the yin yang tonight. You need to be watching my camera angle there and tell me how I'm doing. I got Mrs. Backwoods back behind the controls, which I've been back behind the controls for about the last 30 minutes. We were supposed to go live at 8 o'clock. Daggum camera would run for a couple minutes and then die, as it did back when we did try to do the live brisket cook. I don't know. I'm still wading through this live stream thing. Okay. But if you guys are, thanks for being patient. If you're jumping on here right now, I know we showed the schedule. Hopefully this pops up in your notifications if you're a member. But we were screwing around with the camera so long that now we need to get to cooking. Okay. I've got the Sportmans Grill over here ready. I've had that going for a bit now. I've had to put some new charcoals on it. Been out here messing around with this other stuff. So over here on the side, we have some pork steaks down here. Can you see them there? Look at the screen, okay? So today we're going to go ahead. We're going to use a new product that some folks over at Pit Patriots sent us over. See if this is open. It is.
Blurry.
It's blurry. Okay, well that may be just a uploading problem. Hickory barbecue grilling rub. So we're going to try that out.
Super 5 back. Blue Ridge Marine.
Blue Ridge Marine. Hey, buddy. Appreciate you joining us. Been a subscriber for quite a while now. We were just up in the Blue Ridges mountains a couple weekends ago. Weekend before last, we made a little trip over across the Tellico Mountain in the new truck. Went up to visit my youngest son and his family. Seen some of our good family friends while we were up there. Went over to Knoxville. And my son's in Sweetwater, getting ready to relocate with his company to Charleston, South Carolina. Makes me happier because it's a lot closer, along with my granddaughter and her mother. So I've got to get some rub on them guys. I said Sportmans Grill has been ready for a while. So let them sit there for just a minute. And while I grab some paper towels and clean my hands off a bit. So I'm basically cameraman and everything else tonight because it doesn't look like Miss Back was going to help me out much around the camera, even though I can't even see what you guys are seeing, and she can. So without further ado, we got to lube that grill up one more time. And I have some oil in a solo cup here, and I got my tongs with some folded paper towels. I'm going to just get a good daub of that. We're going to go down the grill down here. Got that on tape, on film. Give that one final little wipe down. And I've got my one-layer charcoal system going on here. These are pork, not steaks. Okay, pork, not steaks. Steaks, you want a good roar fire on there. But here, we're going to want to cook these through. These are actually slices out of a pork butt. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and lay them on there about a 45-degree angle. Like I said, this is going to be a lot cooler cooked than if it was a steak. So you're not going to hear a huge sizzle on going on that. So drop your comments down below. And during this cook, it's still blue. That's a good thing on my side. When this camera's running, it's got a little blue ring around the lens. And this is the first time I've been able to get it to go for more than like a minute since we've been out here trying to do this cook or get this live stream started. and I don't understand why. I'm doing the same thing every time, but I don't know. Technology, guys, feel me on that one. Leave a comment below. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. You're going to hear the hum in the background. I got that going. I got an exhaust fan going up in the top of the outdoor kitchen up here. So any smoke that's created up here is going to go out that exhaust fan. And I can already tell right now that we're probably going to need some more charcoal since I've been screwing around with this thing this way for so long to get going with this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a few new charcoals. We're using the B&B charcoal tonight. I'm going to bring a couple of those in. I'm not really looking to sear these so much as I am to gently cook them and get some of that wood flavor. These are the B&B competition oak charcoal, so they are going to impart some good flavor to these pork steaks. So we're going to throw maybe 8 or 9 new ones in there. We've already got plenty going up underneath there. And they'll start catching. And while they're doing that, we're keeping this nice and slow. We're going to answer some of your questions about the Sportmans Grill. But I already received a question prior to starting tonight. And it was more of a statement, and more of a statement than anything. And a lot of people use the Sportmans Grill to cook their steaks. Got the thing roaring hot, and it does an awesome job on steaks. I will not kid you. Okay, awesome job on steaks. Maybe some venison tenderloin. Just want to sear it off, leave it a little bit rare, maybe medium. But what happens is when you get it that hot, it will burn the seasoning off of it. Then, you know, you're all in a hurry. You see them beautiful steaks come off. You want to run in the house and eat steaks, obviously. And people will just leave the grill on and just let the fire burn out. But what happens is, and there's some folks out there in the chat right now, hopefully, that can back me up on this. You come out the next day or a couple days later and your grill's all rusty because all that seasoning burnt off your grill. Happened to me. It's happened, I'm sure, anybody who has used a Sportmans Grill in the past that had done that exact same scenario. So here's what I have found that will prevent that. And I've done a lot of work with this Sportmans Grill over the years here on YouTube, and it's been a very, very popular item that we've had featured here on the channel. So here's what I would do to prevent that from happening. When you pull your steaks off, go get you the generic spray olive oil or even vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever you can find, any kind of a spray oil in like the little aerosol cans. Don't buy the expensive stuff. Get the store brand, if it's Walmart, Publix, whatever store you got, Kroger's, whatever you've got in your area, buy their cheapest spray oil they have up there by all the Pam and other different sprays they have. Pick what kind you want. All right. So right before, after you pull, or not right before, but right after you pull them steaks off, go ahead and take that spray and just coat that grill super good. It's going to flare up. It's going to flare up because it's going to still be hot from cooking your steaks, right? Don't flare up. But here's the thing you need to do. Don't leave it on the Sportmans Grill. Grab your lid lifter, whatever else you got. If y'all go back and look at my channel, you'll see we modified my Sportmans Grill so that the Dutch oven lifter, and you can, is this on the film, on frame?
Yes.
Okay, I modified my Dutch oven or my grill to where my Dutch oven lifter, I can lift that straight up off it. Okay, so, but if yours is not modified to do that, use something, I don't care, too heavy, hot pads, whatever. Grab your grill. After you spray it, it's going to have plenty of heat in it left to set that new seasoning that you just sprayed on it with your little cheap generic aerosol can of oil. You'll spray that really good. Maybe even if you got some way to hold it, maybe turn it over, flip the other side, get it sprayed real good, set it off to the side somewhere. Well, here we're using a Lodge Dutch oven table, so we can just set it off to the side over here, and there'll be plenty of heat left in your grill to set that seasoning on your grill grates. So the next time you pull out the little Sportsman's Grill, you're not going to be all rusty. You have to scrub it down, try to re-season it, and do all that before you can start next time. So that's probably one of my number one tips as far as keeping that grill from rusting. Because, I mean, if you're going to get hot enough to sear steaks off properly, it's going to burn the seasoning off. It's the temperature's going to be high enough, it's going to burn the seasoning off. And that's one of the things that actually makes your steaks super, super awesome. Doing them on the Sportsman's Grill is you're picking up that flavor from that old seasoning kind of burning off there. And this one's finally starting to come up the temp now. I can feel it pretty good. It's coming up about a medium. All right. And we're going to keep letting those keep going right there. With that good seasoning on, I already starting to see some of the blood coming up around the bone there. So that tells me they're cooking nice and gentle. And since I put those new charcoals on it, I'm smelling some of the smoke coming up off those brand new charcoals. And that's going to give a nice smoky flavor to these pork steaks. All right. So let's take a break right now. We'll go say hi to some of the people in the chat if they've ever found us from all the.
Yep.
Did anybody find us?
Yep, we're up to 78.
Okay. 78 people. We had some chance here to go here and get
Right. I guess this is Michigan Camp 45 HC. Sportsman's or new grill, which to buy?
All right, guys. I've seen that they've actually discontinued the manufacture of the Sportsman's Grill. I don't know if it was due to COVID or due to the fact they have redesigned the grill. Wasn't broken, okay? There was nothing wrong with the design of this grill. This grill has remained basically unchanged for over 100 years. There's other manufacturers that have made them that have been very similar, all the way from Griswold. I think there was a Camp made that's been made. A couple other generic brands, Cabela's, and other people have also made copies of the Sportsman's Grill. And the reason they, the reason they copied it because it works. All right. And if you guys own this grill, you know it works. So for some unknown reason, and Lodge has kind of ghosted me lately. I think they might have saw me throw their Lodge Cook It All in the lake, possibly. And this camera's kind of tilting, so we got to adjust with this poor old broken 25, 30-year-old tripod I'm still using, which I think it's got to get retired here soon. But at any rate, they might have seen some of my more honest reviews of their product. Everything I get here, I don't care if somebody sends it to me for free. The Lodge Cook It All, I bought with my own money. It was not cheap. It was $168 by the time I paid the shipping. I did a full review on it. I ran it through its entire paces. I went through the entire little cookbook that came with it. I tried everything with it. It did not do anything well as far as I'm concerned, or it didn't do anything any better than the products they already made. Their skillets, their good old camp Dutch ovens, their cast iron wok. They try to combine all those into one thing. Just to me, it did everything half-assed. It did cook. It was. I didn't think it was certainly not worth $168 that I paid for it. They did not give it to me. Again, I bought it with I bought it myself when it first came out. And at the end of our we did a complete series of videos running it through its paces, doing all the different ways they showed you could cook it right from the literature that came with it. I did them all. I filmed them all. You can go back on our channel page. You can see all the full length videos. If you don't have the time to watch all of those, I did a condensed video showing you clips from all those 6 videos, condensed it into one video. And at the end of the video, I gave my honest opinion of the Lodge Cook It All. So hopefully after this renders out, or you can go back to our channel page, I actually have a playlist on our channel page of the Lodge Cook It All. Click on that, go to the end video there on that playlist, and you can see exactly what happened to the Lodge Cook It All at the end of the video and my honest opinion of how it works. So if any of you guys that are in the chat right now have already seen that video, give us a chime in. All right, so we're going to give Mrs. Backwoods a second to let me give shout outs to anybody that's in there.
Okay, we have Ivy Rules.
Ivy Rules, you got to speak up because the fan's running in the background here.
Ivy Rules.
Ivy Rules.
Lisa Hedden.
Lisa Hedden, appreciate you here.
Chef Johnny, of course.
Of course, Chef Johnny. I'm glad you found the, I was trying to put them all private until I could figure out what's wrong with the camera, and I still do not know what's wrong with the camera. I still got it plugged back into the same jack in my laptop that I started out with, that it wouldn't run with, and it kept saying unstable connection. I know Chef Johnny knows about these kind of technical difficulties. So who else we got there? We got DZ Polk back in there yet?
Yeah.
DZ Polk.
DZ Polk's back in there.
Appreciate you. Dave, we will be seeing you this on Friday night. Going back down to Polk Sporting Clays. If you guys go visit Central Florida, want to go shoot at a great Sporting Clays range down in Central Florida, check out polksportingclays.com. Always got to give you a shout out. It's still one of my favorite places to go shoot. Even though I've been shooting a lot up here lately, and I'll be shooting a lot this week. Up here, it's corporate events, charity events, so on. And then we're going to be doing a big charity event down at Polk Sporting Clays in Central Florida for a really worthwhile veterans organization there called WAYS, which is an acronym for We Honor and Appreciate Your Service. And actually, we have an Aaron Tippin come give us a concert after shoot down there. So check out polksportingclays.com for more info on that. I will be there. I will be filming, and hey, we might even film a cook while we're there. So stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'm sure most of you guys that are in there are already, but make sure your notifications are turned on, and your YouTube notifications on your device are turned on. So who we got? Who else we got?
We got Cooper Ogden.
Cooper, appreciate you joining in.
Ernie Bestwick.
Ernie, we appreciate all you guys that come in. Right now, I am going to be sending Mrs. Backwoods in the house because I came out here to cook. I don't have a spatula.
Okay,
so
we got Becky Dupree.
Becky, we appreciate you. I've seen you jump in on the first one we tried to do, the schedule one. Couldn't get it to work. Sorry about that.
Stuck in BC and Blue Ridge Marine.
Stuck in BC and Ura, Blue Ridge Marine. Appreciate you. So I'm hearing these things are finally, and I'm going to move the camera a little bit, finally starting to give a little sizzle down there. You know, apologize if the camera's moving around. Poor old tripods finally trying to break down on me. Let me see if I can get you in a little bit closer to how things are going down the Sportsman's Grill. So again, this is live, and Isabella's coming out. She wants to play. Probably pretty sure we got a little bit of sear going on. How's the frame look there? We good?
Yeah. We got Chip and Charles Graham.
Chip signal?
Just says Chip.
Okay. Usually we have Chip signal. I don't know if that's the same person or not.
He says, "Hey neighbor," is what he said. So.
Okay. Yes. So
Charles.
Appreciate you, Chip. All right. We'll turn that over. Got a nice sear on that backside. Okay. And they're looking pretty awesome so far. Again, the trick to this is, all right, I wanted to kind of show you guys. So I've told you I'm going to give you a bunch of tips on the Sportsman's Grill. First of all, I have the damper door. Can we see the damper door in the
Yes.
the frame?
Yes.
So the damper door is down here. All right. First of all, I only have it cracked. Okay, I've got it open about maybe 2 inches on one side. The other tip I can give you, one side or the other gets cool or hot, or you can just rotate it. Every once in a while, I'll move it the other direction about the same amount. So that'll keep the airflow, that'll direct the airflow more to this side and kind of keep your heat going more evenly. If you're doing something lower and slower like we are tonight. All right. So the other thing I wanted to show you is we only have one layer of charcoal in here. And I would suggest you do that for any kind of stuff you want to cook lower and slower, especially chicken, stuff like that. Because if you load this sucker up like you would for steaks and you try to put chicken or pork chops or whatever up on there, they're going to be, flaring up, burning up, grease is going to be dripping. It's going to be a mess. You're going to have to keep pulling it off. But I've learned that with this one layer of charcoal on the bottom, again, we're using B&B. They don't pay me a daggum thing. Talk about it, but I've tried a lot of charcoals lately. I've been buying this at my local Ace Hardware. I'm sure it's available in a bunch of other places around the country. But it's B&B Competition Oak Charcoal. The briquettes are much larger than, say, Kingsford or most of the other stuff that you're going to buy at your home improvement, Walmart, and all that. And it imparts a really, really great flavor to your grilling. So one layer, just one layer in the bottom. If regular size charcoal is like 29 or 30 coals that you need to start to get that one layer. And if you go back on our channel and look at some of our older videos, we even did baby back ribs and a whole chicken
Super chat from
on
Chip.
there. Chip, appreciate your super chat. Every little bit helps over here at the Backwoods Gourmet channel. YouTube has not been kind to our channel here lately. We did have a pretty good run with our squirrel video. We got 2 million views on that, and I think that was mostly due to COVID. Right now, they're focused on other things. So channel views have gone down. Therefore, what little bit, tiny bit they pay us has also gone down. All right.
I do Lewis wants to know, how is it lower temperature for, say, catfish or salmon?
Catfish or salmon? No, I would not lower the temperature for fish. I would keep it up there just about where you would put it for steaks, because that cooking time is short. You know, salmon, you're looking about 5 minutes aside at the most. I would start it on flesh side down first with a good layer or good coating of oil on your meat, good layer of coating on the grill. Get your grill marks, flip it, put it, and I would keep the skin on it if possible. If you can get your salmon still the skin, oil that side real good too. Before you flip it, oil your grill again. I use paper towels folded, just like this here. Okay, I got a solo cup peanut oil. Redip that, in your peanut oil, and before you put your salmon back down, go ahead and give that another flip, and that's going to super help your skin, especially on salmon, not to stick when you go to take it off. But don't try to take it off too fast. You want that skin to get really nice and seared and crispy before you pull that salmon off. Now, catfish are not going to have any skin on, so you're going to have to be really careful with that. It's pretty, it's a little not as flaky as other kind of fish, but you're going to have to really be careful with salmon. And hey, if you want, there's nothing wrong with putting down some foil over the top of your grill to do like fillets of fish like that. Just let it get really good and hot before you put your fish down. Spray it. Again, your little spray can, spray it real good. Not going to give you much of the wood flavor. So I don't. If you're going to do a fillet of fish like a catfish, you're really going to have to have that really good seasoning like we have here on ours, going up on your grill. Keep that from sticking, and don't flip it more than once. That will be probably tip number 3 if you're going to cook fish on Sportsmans Grill. Let it cook completely on one side, and get the sear marks. Well, I wouldn't say completely, but don't let it cook completely through before you flip it. You still want it to be pink on the other side. Flip it when it's still pink on the other side, and then don't touch it again until you're ready to take it off. Okay? Don't touch it again until you're ready to take it off. Because if you try to flip it more than once, it's going to start falling apart. It's going to fall through in your grill. It's going to be a big giant mess, and just no way around it.
Okay, Lisa Hedden says, I love my Sportsman's Grill, but it's hard to clean.
Why clean it? All right, so here's what I use to clean mine. You sell these at Lowe's, Home Depot, most of your grill stores, Ace Hardware. Don't know quite what you call it, but it is like a coil around a wire. Soon as I'm done with taking my meat off, before, as we told you in that first tip, before I spray it down with the spray to get it ready to sit off to the side, I'll go over it with this. You can also flip it over to the backside with one of these really good, I don't know, YMCA, like a Y, grill brushes. I think they work way better than those like the little square ones. Okay, the rest of the bowl and all that, you can kind of rub down, with the ends of it like this, but it doesn't really need to be cleaned that much all the time. Every once in a while, I'll just take mine and go, rinse it out with a water hose, get all the ashes out from in there, rinse them out with a water hose, and spray it down with the spray, and just it's good till next time. Okay, so there's really no reason to keep it, immaculate, because that buildup and the oil that's burned into it is going to help protect the cast iron and keep it from rusting. All right, but get one of these kind. That's what I use both for the Weber kettle grill, the Weber Smoky Mountain, and for the Sportsman's Grill.
Okay, Ernie says, did you brine that pork to goodness?
I did not. These came straight up out the grocery store. And You know, we didn't do a whole lot special with them. Right now it's weeknight cooking. Obviously, it's what, this Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So didn't have a whole lot of time. I have to work for a living still because YouTube doesn't pay us enough to do this all the time. And hopefully here, maybe this year, who knows, maybe that'll change and we can start doing a lot more of this for you. Do a lot more camping, traveling, um, showing you more of this stuff. I thought it would maybe happen this year, but it didn't. Um, so we're still here working for a living like most of you guys are.
Hey, Becky Dupree says, what are your thoughts on the new Lodge Kickoff grill?
I was hoping somebody was going to ask me that question. Appreciate it, Becky. Yeah, I have requested, I sent my rep over there at Lodge a little email a while back, and I said, got a lot of people asking about the Kickoff grill. If you guys want to send one over here, I'll be happy to review it. All I got in response to that was crickets. I haven't heard a thing back from Lodge. I think they're kind of mad at me. Uh, Maybe. I don't know. I don't know why they're mad for me giving honest review to all you guys out there about some of the newer things that they're trying to make these days. The Blacklock stuff. I was pretty happy with the Blacklock stuff. Did I did a bunch of reviews on the new Blacklock line, skillets and griddles and all that. They did send that stuff over to me for free. And the very first one they sent me had some flaws in it, and I pointed them out. But they did respond, and they did come back and with a great response on how they were going to fix that problems that they were having at the factory and some of the oversights that maybe some of their employees were making at the time, especially with the handles, some sharp edges we had. That's back to that review of the first Blacklock skillet they sent me is over on our channel page. So don't forget to get over to the channel page and mark that as a favorite on your web browser because um, YouTube is not going to actually inform you of every single. I've learned this in over the years of doing this. Real quick, we're going to go ahead. You see how the blood's starting to come out of the bone on this side? Go ahead and flip that again, and then I'm getting a nice sear on both sides. Okay, so real quick. Um, Let me take a break real quick, and Mrs. Backwoods will zoom in on the meat. I got to run inside and grab the meat thermometer because that's going to be the very next thing. Well, you can't zoom, but you can put it on the meat. I got to run in and get the meat thermometer because I forgot to bring it out here because that's the next thing you're going to want to do is check the internal temps on
What are you doing here?
Not inside. Check it out here. Out here a lot of time. Okay. Alright guys, so thought this was inside, but apparently I left it outside. Thermopin. This is the choice of professional chefs for meat thermometers because it's a very instant read. We don't want to kill this thing, okay? We want to go internals. That's about 177. Here between the bone, 159, which is still good. Is that showing up in the camera at all?
Yep.
Okay. There, 164, 165 is FDA on that. 170 something, 173, 169. Okay. So we want to go ahead and pull this off here very shortly. Mrs. Backward's going to have to get me a plate unless there's one under there. Hero plate over here. So Mrs. Backward's going to have to go inside this one.
You want the slice?
Yeah. Big one. So we know that those are just about ready. Well, they are ready, not just about. 171. Push them out to the edges. Every weed in the world is blooming around here today. Springtime here in Florida, for sure. Go ahead and move those coals out from under them. While we're waiting for the tape. We'll also need a knife. Cabela. Cabela's trying to do an estimate. So we're going to cut them and show you guys how it turned out. Cabela's being a little brat, as usual. So those look pretty daggone awesome right there. So I'm going to slip behind the camera real quick, or around the computer, and try to answer some of your questions. Let's get this camera down on the Sportmans Grill there. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Blue Ridge Marine says, I like to own a Sportsman. I just wish they had a lid for it. Live even look for yard sales for oval lids, but no avail. Yeah, they do have a fish cooker that fits the thing. It's the same like oval shape to it. So they make some things that go, you could actually take that fish cooker and probably flip it up and down, upside down. I have 3 of those. Chef Johnny over Texas Style Barbecue Cuisine says he has 3 thermal pins, and they are the best. Also says thermal pop like it was like it real well. Also thermal pop. Have not tried that one. I do have a little trouble with the thermopin sometimes with getting it to turn on. Sometimes you have to squeeze it really tight like that and then open it really fast to get it to turn on, because it does turn off when you close it. But most of your professional chefs use this thermometer for the instant read.
Okay, so you got Becky's question, right?
The
Eagle Claw?
No.
I thought I heard you talking about it. Okay. Becky says, will the Eagle Claw handle work on the Sportmans Grill?
I don't know. It's a Talon Claw, actually. So maybe we'll try it before this is over. I haven't actually tried it yet. But there is our our steaks. Right there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to rotate you around, which, yeah, I did jump to the latest question. I'm going to move some stuff out of the way. We'll come over here to our counter. Again, this is live, guys. This is not edited.
Yeah, you got it.
Pretty good right there.
There you go.
While you guys are observing those beautiful steaks, actually, I'm going to turn around here and show you what I'm going to do to that grill. You see the grill? Okay, so just like we alluded to, the first tip from the Sportmans Grill, we'll go ahead, while it's still nice and hot, go ahead and give it a good brush down. Get all the little pieces of meat, seasoning, whatever is on there. So we got a little bit right there that's kind of stuck. Okay, throw that down in there. It's nice and clean. You can see it's smoking, so it's nice and hot. There. Good scrub. I got some stuff in between the grills right there. You use that end of these type of grills or brushes to get down in between those grills a bit. Alright. This also helps spread out any oil that's still on there. Alright, it looks pretty awesome. Now in this case, we didn't really get it hot enough to burn the seasoning off, but I am still going to go ahead and wipe it. I'm using peanut oil. Okay? Peanut oil has a very high burning temperature, so it's less likely to burn off of there. I want to give it a nice even coat of that. I might leave, since we got a very low fire on at night, might leave it up for just a few minutes till it starts smoking again. And we'll go ahead and pull it off and set it over here to the side, let it cool down naturally. The next time we put it up, it'll be nice and seasoned. I won't have any problem with it sticking. Okay, all right, we're gonna go ahead and look at the meat over here real quick. This backward's gonna move the camera. All right, you can see, I hope you can see the juices still running out of this, right?
Yes.
And we'll go ahead and give a cut on it. It's not overdone. It's still, try to get away from me. It's done all the way through, but it's not like totally dried out. Okay? As a matter of fact, you can still see just a tiny bit of pink in that, right up near the bone, which is fine for pork these days. Okay? No matter what anybody tells you, the FDA itself has even changed the minimum temperature for cooking pork because there has not been a pork-related illness in over 75 years. So let's give it a try. I'm chewing right. So, wow. Really, really good. Pit Patriots, right there. The Hickory barbecue grill and rub. That's got a little spice to it, all right, guys. And what I wanted to tell you about this, you know, they're not paying me a dime, but they are offering you guys there at home a promo code that you can enter at checkout at pitpatriots.com. You can order this product right here, and at checkout, enter the promo code BW20. Okay, Miss Backwoods, go ahead and put that in the chat. Promo code for Pit Patriots is BW20. You're going to get 20% off your first order, no matter what package you.
BW20.
BW20, capital B, capital W, 20. 20% off your first order. Pit Patriots, they sent me all kind of stuff. They have a lot of spicy stuff. Miss Backwoods and I are not so tolerant of too spicy. They have a classic Mexican hot sauce they sent me. I haven't tried that yet. They also sent me their all American barbecue seasoning. Really good. Very similar to the Backwoods Gourmet steak and brisket rub. It's got a few little extra ingredients ours doesn't have. Tried this. It was really good, especially on steak. They also sent me the Founder's favorite wing sauce. So we'll have to get some wings done here pretty soon for that. And the All-American barbecue sauce. I have not even opened this yet, so don't have a real opinion of it yet. But I hear it's a culmination of favorite flavors for American barbecue sauce. So actually, maybe we'll want to break some of that out and try it on some of this pork.
The barbecue? Patriots right there.
Yeah, Pit Patriots right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, so we're going to do it live. All right, we'll do it live. We're going to try the Pit Patriots All-American barbecue sauce.
And that was Chip Signal.
Chip Signal, appreciate you, Chip.
And
yeah.
Dave.
Dave and DZ Polk, Dave Caudill down in Central Florida. Appreciate you helping out, especially since I'm fixing to go help you out on this weekend with the clay shoot. And so we appreciate you down there. Give it oh, it smells awesome. All right. So we'll put a little bit out on the plate here. I don't know if I shook it up enough. Been, had to ship it and all that, and been sitting out here for a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So I'll also get Mrs. Backwoods over here to try it too. So this will be a live review of the Pit Patriots All-American barbecue sauce on some of that pork. I think it's pretty good. It's somewhere between got a little heat in the back end, just a little heat in the back end. I think it's very, very close to the #1 barbecue sauce in the United States, Sweet Baby Ray's. Maybe a little less sugary. But overall, I think most people would really like that sauce. It's got just enough heat. So let's try Mrs. Backwoods off camera. She's going to take a bite and see what she thinks about it. And you're going to feel a little bit of heat on the backside, but it's not like a lot of heat up front.
Not bad.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I really like it. Sure, it would be better, if we had like on some ribs and go ahead and, cook it off and probably make it a little sweeter.
Yeah.
But I think this will really be awesome on, like a full pork butt or some ribs. That's Pit Patriots All-American barbecue sauce. They make like 4 or 5 other kinds that are, stepped up with the heat, habanero. Don't take my word for it on that, but they make several other ones that have a lot of heat on them, sweet heat, and a couple other ones. So go check out pitpatriots.com if you want to check out their website. And right on the bottle it says America First. Okay, and these guys, I think they're a veteran-owned company also. veteran-owned company right there. So anytime I can help support, veteran-owned companies and veteran-owned startups, I like to do that.
Chad Robinson, 45, $44.99.
Chad Robinson, 45. We appreciate you guys coming in. Leave us a little super chat, super sticker there. So we're going to keep it going for a little bit and answer some more of your questions. So our dinner is done. Okay, so go back to the Sportsman's Grill now. Now that I let that sit there while we've been talking about the sauce and the pork we just done, I can kind of see that the shininess is starting to go away on that seasoning I just put on there. Okay? So here's the other thing that a lot of people neglect about their Sportsman's Grill. And again, I ground out these ends so I can grab my Dutch oven lifter. And that allows me to easily flip it. Okay? Now, mine is not terrible on the bottom. Okay? But it will build up all these little, what I call, like little stalactites of grease and so on the bottom of your grill. So I like to go ahead and just knock those off. And also, if you don't oil it well enough, it can actually rust on the bottom and look fine on the top, but it'll rust on the bottom. Okay? So go ahead and just knock those off, and we'll let it get, it's already hot, so we don't really need to let it get any hotter. We'll go ahead and get over here and get my tongs. Grab my paper towel with peanut oil. Again, it works a lot easier with spray. Your cheap generic spray from your local grocer. I like to go ahead and give it a good soaking in the bottom and let that soak into that bottom side, because sometimes you might want to use that bottom side. You're doing something really hot and fast. Okay? You might want to use that bottom side, so you want that to be good and seasoned also. Set it up just like we have it right now.
Big Blue Barbecue's in the house.
Big Blue Barbecue?
Big Blue Barbecue.
Big Blue?
Lou.
Big Lou. Yeah, Big Lou. I've been over there on your channel. I've seen Big Lou Barbecue actually did a review on the Kickoff grill. Seeing that keeps popping up my notifications, and finally I went over there and watched that. Did a really good review on the Kickoff grill. So Big Lou, why don't you chime in here for the other viewers that are up here, since I have not done a review on that grill myself. I mean, I've looked at it on their website, haven't used it yet. I know it looks like an upside down Dutch oven with a lid with a grill cut into it. So Big Lou, just for our cast iron community here, go ahead and leave your comment about, just briefly, what your overall take on the Kickoff grill was. And hey, if you want to, go ahead and leave a link to your video where you did the review on the Kickoff grill, put it down there, and one of my moderators, either Mrs. Backwoods or Chef Johnny or any of the other moderators that are in the chat, go ahead and approve that, because we have to approve all the links. But go ahead and approve that, and then anybody that's looking at this later can go ahead and click on your video and see about the Kickoff grill and make their decision whether it's something they maybe want to buy. I don't know if we're going to mess with it at all. I'm kind of set on the Sportsman's Grill here. I mean, this thing's been around for over 100 years, and products that are not great do not last that long. You guys know, an 8-track player lasted about 10 years. A VCR lasted about 11 or 12 years. And there's been tons and tons of products that never made it more than 5 or 6 years. and that's because they either didn't work as advertised or they just weren't a great design to begin with. So I really love messing with things and using things and that have been around for 100 years because I know I'm not going to be disappointed. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and just set my grill aside. I'm going to let that cool down naturally. Then I can go ahead and spread these coals out. We'll let them go ahead and die down on their own. And then tomorrow, when this is all done, we'll dump this out, washed out with water hose. All right. So Mrs. Backwoods is giggling over here. So somebody must be saying something funny.
It must have been when you, I don't know if it was, yeah, you going in the house apparently, and Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine says that boy needs to run faster. And DCZ 391 Polk says, ain't no running him, Jack.
Yeah, DZ Polk likes to use the word Jack.
And Michigan Camp 45HC says, I bet Gunny got his ass moving faster than that.
Yeah, that was about 35 years ago.
Ooh, Texas Style Barbecue Cuisine retracted his message. Whoa.
Retracted. You don't have to retract anything around here unless it gets flagged by a moderator. Then we'll retract it for you. And actually, Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine is a moderator. So, we haven't showed anybody the new sign yet. I don't think.
Yes, we did. We did a live video on it.
The last one we did.
Yes, the live stream video.
Live stream.
Yes.
We did, but
Yes,
we have it
we did.
tonight.
Oh, tonight. Okay.
So this is our new sign. It had a little damage on the ride from Tennessee back here, so I have to kind of take it apart because the little controller kind of fell off, and now you can see it on the inside. But my youngest son, Devin, I call him Backwoods Gourmet Jr., made this for me and the channel. So we're gonna have that as part of our studio out here for in perpetuity, actually. And I've rearranged the cast iron wall to make room for it. Actually, the other two things I wanted to show you guys is some great cast iron finds. I was with my boss, and we were over in St. Augustine, Florida, which is the nation's oldest city, founded in back in the 1500s, way before Plymouth Rock and all that. And we were at an antique store next to a restaurant. We were waiting to get in for lunch, and I found these two old trivets. And these are items you would use to put under your hot cast iron back in the day to keep them from burning the table. And I actually found the matching set of George and Martha Washington. I paid $7 each for them, so a total of $14. They were a little bit rusty, not too bad, but still in pretty decent shape. Cleaned them up, re-seasoned them, and so that now they're adorning our wall here. Our great American founding, our very first president and our very first first lady of America, right there. And we're going to kind of rearrange them to kind of showcase them up there for you guys. So, all right, let's go back here and get the Backwoods Gourmet logo in the background.
It's in there, and you're not in there. So you need to move if I can't get it.
All right.
Go.
So, woo, that Sportmans Grill's kind of hot on my butt back here. So there's still a lot of heat in that.
Don't burn the booty.
Yeah, I don't want to catch the shirt on fire either. So, taking questions here just for a few more minutes.
Way back, so.
Oh, I didn't go way back. I went forward.
Well,
so if we missed a question that you posted earlier, and I jumped back to live because she's going on slow-mo over there. If we missed a question that you put up that we have not answered, go ahead and throw it in there again, and we'll give you we're going to go about another, how long we've been on here?
It
We
is
went on about 8:30.
9:30 right now.
Okay, so we've been on about an hour. You know, that's pretty much everybody's tolerance. People got to go to bed and they got to get up and go to work tomorrow, especially me.
Oh, you
Gotta
didn't
get
get
up
an
and go to work
invite
tomorrow.
from Michigan Camp 45 HC.
An inviting for to come up to Michigan.
And yeah,
Yeah.
put some salmon
we've
on,
been up-
flop it on the grill.
Yeah, we've been up there a few times. I have my best friend in the whole world was actually my roommate in the Marine Corps and still my best friend for life. We served together back in the Cold War. He's up in Ypsilanti, and he also has a cabin way out in the woods up near Milo. Is it Milo? Milo. Way up there in the Huron National Forest that's been in his family since the 1920s or so. A beautiful old vertical log cabin. We did a couple videos from there. You have to search it pretty hard. But the title of the video is called The Hardin Family Cabin. Way up there, northern part of, or north central part of Michigan. Beautiful place. Love to go back there again. I mean, it's just such an awesome place. Actually, and a little side note, I actually proposed to Mrs. Backwoods in that cabin 20 years ago.
No.
20 years ago. I proposed 20 years ago.
No, we
19. Oh, okay. Split hairs. 19 years ago.
Over 20 years ago.
It was okay. Over 20 years ago.
All right.
20 years ago is approximate. Okay, approximately.
All right. Danny Bennett says, "What's your top pick, Dutch oven or Sportsman's Grill?"
Top pick to cook or top pick to buy?
Dutch oven or Sportsman's Grill. Which one do you like the best? I believe.
Both. I couldn't do without either one. Our Dutch oven videos are super, super popular. I cook a lot more with Dutch ovens than I do with Sportsman's Grill because we have other grilling options also. We have the Weber Smoky Mountain over there. We have the Weber Kettle Grill, one of my favorite charcoal grills in the whole wide world. That one there is like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old now. Still works fine. Still works great, actually. And I have the Weber Smoky Mountain for smaller things. And then I have some home-built smokers. And then I have a big, expensive trailer-mounted, big reverse flow offset wood burner, stick burner we call them, that we use for competition and we use for cooking for larger groups or whatever, which is awesome too. Won a couple of nice trophies in pro competition for briskets on that thing, and it's an awesome stick burner. So we're gonna eventually start showing you a few more things using that. But here we're showcasing stuff that just about anybody can afford. A lot of Sportsman's Grill, when you can get it, you might be able to find them used now, but even when it was brand new, I think it was $89. And even Walmart was carrying it at the time. I may have even purchased this one from Walmart. I don't remember now. It's been a while back. But Sportsman's Grill, if you're cooking for 2 people, or you have a small family and you want something that doesn't take a lot of fuel to get hot, and you just want to throw up a 2-3 chicken breast or 2 or 3 steaks or some burgers. You can do about 4 burgers on that at one time. You feed a small family on that, and it don't kill you in amount of charcoal or time that you need to get it ready. So that's the great thing about the Sportsman. If you go back and look at our channel, also we'll take these cast iron pans and throw it right up here on the Sportsman's Grill and use it for a camp stove. We'll also throw up Lodge griddles, okay, right on top of the camp stove or right on top of the Sportsman's Grill turn it into a camp stove. Then you can cook just about anything up there. But don't be afraid. Just because it's a grill, don't mean you can't use it for an alternate heat source. So you can throw any of these cast iron pans up there. It works just fine. Check out the channel page. We've done that a bunch of times where we combine cast iron pans, cast iron griddles with Sportsman's Grill and make that whole thing just like a camp stove. You don't need any gas or any of that kind of crap. You can use whatever you got, wood, charcoal, any of that stuff. All right, what else you got?
Oh, well, I do want to say that Michigan Camp 45HC says it's meal. My cabin is not too far away. Let's go fishing.
Meal. Yeah, we went and caught those trout in the river right there. I forget the name of the one that comes out the bottom of the dam there in Mio. Do you remember the name of the river? But we went down and waded it, and then we caught the rainbow trout that we caught right there. Yeah, none of them were big enough to keep, but
my memory's not good. You know why? So.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I've been right there, Mio, and my buddy's cabin is only about 15 miles or so south of Mio. And he's right on his actual land borders completely the Huron National Forest. I'm coming over here while I'm off camera and getting me a bite. All right, well, Mrs. Beck was just saying, "Oh my God," and holding her mouth.
I had made a comment before and I was saying we'll be married 20 years in January. And Big Blue Barbecue said, "Congrats on the 20 years. Kiss her and tell her you love her every day. Wish I could kiss mine and tell her after 21 years last summer. She passed away last September."
All right, well, we feel for you on that one.
Yeah.
All right, so hearts out to him. You guys support him over there in the chat. All right. Okay, so if you got any more comments or questions about the Sportsman's Grill, throw them in there. We're going to go a couple more minutes here because me and Miss Beck would still have to go inside and eat. We've been out here talking to you guys while our everything's getting cold over here, but that's okay. That's what we came on tonight.
Yeah,
is to show you guys how to use the Sportsman's Grill on Live Cook. Sorry it took so many attempts to actually get this up here. I guess I'm going to have to go watch some tutorials on how to get this particular camera to work with my particular laptop, which is one of the baddest video editing and video running laptops. It's brand new. Basically, it's only like 6 months old. It was top rated for doing YouTube, live streaming, gaming, and video editing. But somehow with my Logi camera, it's not talking to it like it should. And it'll go for like a minute and everything looks like it's going to go great. And it gets like a minute into the video and it just goes black. And it says the connection's unstable and blah, blah, blah. So that's what's really driving me crazy. And I had to run it. I ran it like privately like 6 times tonight before I actually got it to go and do what it was supposed to do. So I don't know, I'm kind of perplexed. I'll do some research. Hopefully we'll get it to go more smoothly. If not, I'm going to throw this thing in a daggum trash can and we're going to find something that does work. So I'm getting kind of tired of fighting it. Got any more questions?
I don't see any.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you guys dropping in tonight for this little live cook with the Lodge Sportsman's Grill. After this renders out, if you're watching it later, please drop your comments below. We'll try to answer anybody that we can possibly get back to that has anything constructive to say. So if you like what we're doing, please smash the like button. Don't forget to do that. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our future content. And check, most importantly, we have 490 some videos on YouTube. If you don't see what you're looking for, make sure you go down in the description box below, click on a link to our channel page, and you can look at every one of the 490 videos we have uploaded since 2006. That's how long we've been on YouTube. You might find a video, we've already covered it. Now, we are going back and we're re-filming some of those older videos because we've upgraded our ability to film and edit and make them a little better than they were when they begun, back in 2006. So bear with us on that. Try not to be repetitive. Every time it seems like I redo one, somebody's like, I already seen you do that. Well, you may have, but I go back and look at the video from 2010 and only 3,000 people have watched it. That tells me that not a whole lot of people have watched it since 2010, 11 years ago. So I'm going to be going back and covering a lot of those dishes and a lot of those recipes again because they were awesome. We just didn't have the ability to film them as well as we do now. So we're going to go back and try to refresh the channel on that kind of stuff. So make sure you subscribe. We're going to be putting some of that stuff up. Plus, we're going to be doing some more adventures around here. Since we relocated to Northeast Florida, a lot more opportunities up here. We're doing different kinds of things. And hopefully, we'll get the chance here this summer to do some traveling out some other places, show you all some stuff. The other thing I wanted to tell you about is please go check out, for some of our side adventures, go check out our second channel that we started up here about a year and a half ago, Backwoods Florida Adventures. I'll leave you the link in the description box below. But if you just put that in the search bar up on the top of your page on your YouTube homepage, Backwoods Florida Adventures, you will see some of the stuff that we're doing that's maybe not related to the Backwoods Gourmet channel. Some of the stuff we're doing with trail cameras, some of the stuff we're doing with camping, overlanding. I'm building a brand new 2021 Toyota Tundra TRD 4x4 off-road for our overlanding and camping adventures. You see that whole build over there. So go over there and check that out. We appreciate it. We still need like maybe 400 subs over there before YouTube ever starts recognizing us. But we're doing a lot of trail camera stuff over there. We're showing you what the animals are doing in the woods around Florida when nobody's looking at them. I think they're pretty interesting. So check out Backwoods Florida Adventures. If you don't mind, if you like what you see over there, go ahead and subscribe over there also. And also over there on Backwoods Florida Adventures, we're putting some of our stuff in the garden. I had several comments here in the past couple of weeks to show more of the garden stuff. Most of the folks over here on this channel haven't been too interested, even though we put a few of them up already. But we're going to be posting some updates over there, also on Facebook. So don't forget about, people ask me all the time, how can I send you a picture of what I made after I watched your video on YouTube? I want to send you a picture of my new cast iron skillet or what I made in Dutch oven this week. So you can't do that on YouTube, as you probably already know, but go check out the Backwoods Gourmet Group. Okay. That is the actual name of it, right? The title, Backwoods Gourmet Group, on Facebook. I'll try to leave you a link directly to that in the description box below. It might take me a few days to get to that, but I think you could search that on Facebook, Backwoods Gourmet Group. You can go right there, and right there you can interact. We got like over, what, 600 followers on that? Or we got quite a few. It may not be 600. It's like 300 or 400 people on the Backwoods Gourmet Group over there with a cast iron, Dutch oven, grilling, smoking, hunting, fishing, whatever you're doing, over there on the Backwoods Gourmet Group on Facebook. So get on over there and join that group. You'll send a request to join a group to Mrs. Backwoods. She'll approve you as long as you're a legitimate channel, and that's your really only requirement. She will search your Facebook group, and as long as you're not a troll, she will, and she's pretty adamant about that. As long as you're not a troll, she will go ahead and approve you to be it's a member of the Backwoods Gourmet Group? Yeah. Okay, member of the Backwoods Gourmet Group. She runs Facebook. I don't have time for it, but she runs all that over there. 345 members. And 345 members on Backwoods Gourmet Group. That's really grown over the past couple of years. So go on over there, and you can feel free to post all your, I don't care what you're doing, you're cooking over campfire, you just killed a deer, or, you're going out fishing, caught a big giant bass, you can post all that stuff over there. Just only rules we really have over there on Backwoods Gourmet Group, we don't accept anything as political, okay? Because what we do, outdoor cooking, hunting, fishing, going four-wheeling, going in the mountains, traveling, showing us where you're at. It's a beautiful place. None of that has anything to do with politics. So just leave politics out of it, but feel free to post anything other than politics, especially cooking, cast iron, grilling, smoking, and fishing, hunting, anything outdoor related. Go ahead, feel free to post it over on Backwoods Gourmet Group.
Shout out to Scuttle Dog. He just popped in.
No, Scuttle Dog. Yeah, Scuttle Dog is actually he is one of our moderators on the Backwoods Gourmet Group, and he is one of my moderators for political speak over there on Backwoods Gourmet Group, and so we have both sides covered as far as political leanings going. So we have Mrs. Backwoods on one side, and we have Scuttle Dog on the other. So it's apolitical, nonpartisan, reaching across the aisle. But appreciate you, Scuttle Dog, popping in here on the live chat tonight. He's up in North Dallas, Texas, and did do some videos with him a while back. All right, when I was in Dallas up there working, I did a couple collab videos with him up there. So go back on the channel page if you can even find those anymore. How long ago was that? Like 4 years? Ooh. It was a while back.
I don't know. Been a while.
All right. So anyway, I want to get off of here so me and Mrs. Backwoods can go inside and eat. We're probably going to have to throw our dinner in the microwave now to heat it back up. But appreciate you guys stopping by. Again, don't forget about the channel page. Don't forget about Backwoods Gourmet Group on Facebook.
Summer 16, he said. They're gone.
What gone? The videos?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. The reason why we're starting to redo some of the older videos. I'm finding that I guess we maybe reached our limit to the amount of older videos they're keeping up on our videos tab on the channel page. So I'm going to go back through those because I still have access to them, but maybe you guys don't. And I'm going to try making a list of some of the best ones and try to redo them again. Okay. So we're not going nowhere. The other thing I wanted to emphasize is, okay, Cabela's wanting to make a cameo, and she's been running around the backyard. You can bring her around. Yeah. You're on camera.
You do it.
Go. So Cabela's been running around the yard, and I don't know how she finds the weeds to get these stickers all in her. I think it's behind the shed where I can't mow. I can only weed eat. And she is a mess. And she's still a puppy. But Bella, leave a comment below. What do you think about all that?
I'm a big fan of your channel. You're doing great things.
All right, who's that?
Jeff Klein.
Jeff Klein, appreciate you. I've seen Jeff Klein in the chat before, and I think I've seen him in comments a bunch of times before too. So again, trying to sign off here, and people keep chiming in. If you missed the live stream, to be able to comment, you can go back after this video renders out here in about an hour through YouTube, and feel free to leave your comments below. I will see them, and like I said, I try to get back to everybody I can. So Appreciate you watching. Backwoods Gourmet. We'll see you next time. In stream.
Right.